everyone, welcome back to TechZulu live from New Media Expo here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am your host, Amanda Coulong, and I am sitting here with a formidable global head of social media for Ford Motor Company, Scott Monty. How are you?
I've never been called formidable before. That's formidable.
I know it is.
Wow.
Well,
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Excellent.
You know, we're both sitting here trying not to lose our voices, so that always happens, it seems, in Vegas, but it's because good things are happening here.
I guess so. And I'm just going to remain silent so I won't lose my voice anymore.
That's not fair. Voiceover artists have to. Oh wait, did I tell people that? Oh no. So I've heard many people walking around saying, the Scott Monty guy, wow, have you seen his keynotes and things, and what are you doing that's just flooring people so much here at the show?
Well, we're just talking about Ford. You know?
I know. Well, Ford's always doing some cool stuff. What are you doing now? I wasn't able to be there, so I want to know more.
Oh, well, you're going to have to watch the live stream later. So
It's not live if I'm watching it later, Scott.
the recorded live stream. Jeez. Who's formidable here? So what we did is we brought people on kind of a journey through where we've been in social media. Fiesta Movement, Explorer Reveal on Facebook, the evolution of Ford Social. And we brought it up to present tense. And we actually looked at some of the lessons that we've learned along the way, the things that can be universal truths for us all. Things like if you have confidence in your product, turn your story over to your customers to have them tell the story. Or make sure you're tightly integrating earned, owned, and paid media so that it's not just these three working in parallel, but that they're all really tightly interwoven. And then we looked at some of the programs that we might not have done as well on, that we didn't fail at, but we could have done better.
Good of you to share.
And that was the whole idea. And the one that we're doing right now is called Back At You. It's really an extension of the Random Acts of Fusion campaign, and it's all playing out. Well, it's on Twitter, but it mostly featured on YouTube. So you can go to youtube.com/FordFusion and check out these amazing videos where we're actually paying attention to the people that are saying great things about the Ford Fusion, which we've got parked out there, and you've probably seen. It's a beautiful car. And we want to thank them. We want to thank them for taking the time out of their busy lives to recognize Ford and recognize the Fusion and the great things that we're doing, and we want to thank them. We want to give back to them, so that's why the hashtag Back At You is what we're doing. So yesterday, from the stage, we actually did some shout outs to people who were saying great things about the car and about what we were saying during the keynote. So we gave away chamois and water bottles and a couple of gift cards to Whole Foods and Pandora One. So we really wanted to really bring it home.
You need to be partnering up with Oprah, it sounds like.
Well, we're not ready to give away a car to everybody in the audience yet, so we'll see.
That was going to be my next point. You've definitely been at the forefront with all of these things. When this was formerly Blog World and now it's New Media Expo, kind of coming full circle. It was Blog World and New Media Expo before. And people have shared on camera, without you knowing this throughout the day, stories of Scott Monty.
Oh boy.
On top of vehicles, sharing voices. I mean, Scott Monty is he's formidable. He really is. People know the name. They think of social media and they think of big brands and they think of you. How does that feel? Does it feel like are you going out there saying, yes, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing and I do it well. But other times, you're saying even on stage, there are lessons to be learned. So do you see yourself sort of as out there as one of the heads of social media?
I see myself as out there, yeah. It's funny because as much as I do get that attention and those accolades, I really try to defer the attention away from myself because it's not about me. It's always about Ford, and it has to be about Ford. Now, the reason it works is because I believe in what the company is doing, and I hope I don't come off as some kind of smarmy PR salesy guy.
Not at all.
It needs to be authentic, and I talk about this stuff because I believe in it, and the company has allowed our team to do the things that just are common sense. Yeah. It doesn't really take a rocket science degree to figure this stuff out, and they've allowed us to go and experiment. And sometimes we don't do as well, other times we knock it out of the park. But throughout all of it, I think the benefit to the Ford approach is that we're honest about it.
Yeah.
you know? It's one of the most human of all the auto companies. When you consider that our founder's name is still on our logo today and it's still a family-owned company, that's pretty significant.
Well, that sort of ties into what I really wanted to get at, which is the power of storytelling. And that's something that seems to be coming up a lot more now in the world of social business, is the heart of it still needs to be storytelling. And you and your team have done a very, very good job of, I believe anyway, telling that Ford story, or at least the ethos of Ford using social. So again, I think it's being authentic, it's caring, but when that actual real core story can come out and it can be pervasive, I think that's when it's the most effective.
Well, and when you really consider it, what are stories but people? I mean, people bringing their own experiences to life, and the Ford Motor Company has always been, it's been about individuals. Henry Ford, and of course his son Edsel, and the family that continues on to today with Bill Ford Jr. as our executive chairman. But we have such an opportunity now to look at all of the faces of Ford, whether they're employees, whether they're dealers, other customers, people that are always, that are out there sharing their own experiences. That's what's interesting, right? Because anybody can compare product features, and there's really not that much of a differentiation. We even look at how we're leaders in fuel economy now, and in some cases it's only 1 mile per gallon difference. And when you're driving out there, that doesn't really add up. But when you hammer it home with personal experiences and storytelling, that's where people really start to pay attention.
All the faces of Ford. I really like that. The myths and the heroes and the legends. Joseph Campbell. Anyway, I won't keep you. It's wonderful always to have you here. Anything that you want to give a shout out to as it relates to New Media Expo?
Well, you know, this is our 4th year here at New Media Expo. Obviously, it's something we really believe in. Thanks to this platform, during the keynote yesterday, we were actually able to reach the #6 trending spot on Twitter in the United States. So that's pretty significant. So we really appreciate what New Media Expo has done for Ford, and we hope that we as Ford can continue to do for New Media Expo what we've continued to do.
And also do for the people that you have pulled in with your social media campaigns, because, you know, thinking even back with Ford Fiesta movement, even those days, you changed lives.
Yeah.
So Ford actually does change lives using campaigns that you've created. So
Hopefully for the better, right?
I think so. I think so. So there you have it, everybody. Scott Monty, Global Head of Social Media for Ford Motor Company. Always a pleasure.